The Department of Physics and Astronomy has internationally renowned research efforts in quantum information, optics, biophotonics, astrophysics, and particle physics. And lately it's been a really successful time for us. Not only do we have a beautiful new building to work and thrive in, PAÍS, but this fall we have equaled our historic high for the number of faculty department. And 30% of those are women, giving us an unusually high percentage of female faculty for a department like ours. I remember hearing talk of a new building when I arrived at UNM in 1996. And in fact, discussions had been going on for several years before that. In our old building, which dated from 1952, it was becoming too much of a challenge to carry out groundbreaking laboratory physics research. To do that, you need labs with excellent temperature control, vibrational control, electromagnetic isolation, humidity control, dust control, and a roof that doesn't leak would be nice. And all of these were problems. And the poor quality of the facilities had become a deterrent for recruiting faculty and graduate students. But it would not be until 2013 when the wheels really started turning to get us to where we are today.
Well, the effort to get us into a new building goes back many years, at least 20 years. To past chairs in the department, Dan Finley, Baron Basilic were two people who really pushed the building. Baron's efforts, I think, got the ball rolling. And then when Wolfgang Rudolph came in as chair, the momentum was in our favor.
In our old building, we had very inadequate infrastructure to do high-performance research. Noisy power lines, problems with mechanical vibrations, air conditioning systems. We had to suffer from frequent shutdowns because of that, and all that changed with PAÍS. So we haven't had really a lot of time to test everything because of the COVID shutdown, but what we have seen so far is very encouraging. Our lasers are a lot more stable. It's a pleasure to work in that new building, in that environment. The air conditioning works, the temperature is much more stable than in our old building.
So my role was, I was called the shepherd. So the idea is that everybody has kind of their own little space. The general contractor wants to build a building. The architect wants it to look good and be functional. The UNM just wanted to keep costs down, etc. My role was to make sure that the faculty in the physics department, at least, were represented to the architect and to the contractors, that the things that we wanted, things that we needed for our research actually came to fruition in the building.
Well, we have state-of-the-art research laboratories in the basement of PAÍS, in the basement in particular laser and optics laboratories for physics and astronomy, and one lab also for a faculty member from the chemistry department. And in addition, in the basement we have the TEM microscopy suite. On other floors we have teaching labs and laboratories for our subatomic experimenters, biophysics, and several research groups from the interdisciplinary science group.
Yeah, the students enjoy it. I mean, the classes are a lot of theory, a lot of math. In the lab, they get to put their hands on actual equipment and see the physics come to life. We've had really good success with our students going on to graduate school. The undergraduate students have had a really high level of going on to graduate school in places like Caltech and Berkeley. And I'm very proud of that achievement for the lab.
We have first indications that we are able now to attract top quality students. So in our first open house, where we invite potential future graduate students, we had more attendees than ever before. So that's a good sign, and we think part of the reason is our new building.
So when we first saw the plans for PAÍS, we had this suite of offices for lecturers and graduate students, and there was a small area located outside for couches for soft seating. And we took a look at that and we said, hey, this would be the perfect place for the tutoring center. So we worked with the architects and the building designers to move some of the offices down to make a larger open area in which we could have tables, we could have power strips, we could have whiteboards, and really form a perfect space for the students to interact with each other.
So now we have this beautiful new facility, PAÍS, with state-of-the-art research labs. After a lot of hard work by many people, architects, engineers, construction workers, UNM's planners and facilities people, our own faculty and staff, and faculty from various departments involved in interdisciplinary science. We also have classrooms with the latest technology, lots of informal meeting space, a popular tutoring area, and a lobby that's the focal point of the building where students congregate to study together. And we're looking forward to phase 2 of the project, which will provide us with a replacement for Regener Hall, which is our aging lecture hall. And we already know that the building is starting to do its job as far as recruiting faculty and students is concerned. So we're really grateful to the student leadership of UNM for their support and the people of New Mexico who voted to fund the project. The students are going to have a wonderful time doing very, very high quality science that's going to be internationally recognized. So they're going to get an excellent training, and it's going to help them wherever they go, to Sandia, Los Alamos, or further afield. They're going to be well prepared.